Solomon. He's over there in that corner where he's been for the better part of 21 years.
Right here, man.
The one, the only, Gary Griffin. Good morning to you, Big
What's
Daddy.
going on? My favorite new food, artichokes. You guys eat them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did once.
You know what? I had them the very first time one night. Well, it was Tuesday night, our anniversary.
Yeah.
And I loved them.
Because it was on your anniversary?
Well, no. Darlene got them in her meal. And I said, "What is that?" She said, "That artichoke."
That's an ugly thing. It looks like an alien seed.
It does. It does. And I said, "Well, let me try that. What's it taste like?" She said, "They're okay." She didn't like them that much, but they just happened to come with her meal. And I ate one. And I said, "Can I have the rest of them?" I mean, they are that good. I never knew how good they were.
How do they prepare them? Did you have to peel it off and then just
no,
bite
they were
the
already
end?
cooked. They were already cooked, but they say the way to prepare them is to cut the thorns off because they have some little thorns on the end, and then chop about a quarter of an inch of the top of the artichoke off and cut the stem off, and then cook it for like 25 minutes. And boy, are they good!
Dip it in butter.
Oh,
Maybe I'm thinking about
they
the wrong
are
thing.
so good.
What's that thing? It's about that big?
No,
that's an
these are little.
artichoke. But it was already peeled for them.
I'm just saying.
An artichoke almost looks like a pineapple.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's
Is that
not
what you're
that big.
thinking?
I don't think it's that big.
No, that's what we're talking about too. Because I'm thinking about that little thing. It's about that big.
Asparagus?
In a little pot. No, I love asparagus. And I'll eat asparagus. I could live on asparagus. I know
The artichoke that was on her plate, it could have been an artichoke heart. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was good.
I know what you
My
mean.
favorite food,
Ladies and
artichokes.
man who's never eaten a green vegetable in his life, Ricky Rush on that side of the room.
And one.
Okay, fine.
Did you guys see the video yesterday of that kid that was at the Major League Baseball game, had the ball tossed up to him by one of the players, missed it, and another kid grabbed it when it fell? He walked up the stands and he turned around and he saw that this little kid was crying because he'd missed the ball. Now, this kid's probably 11 or 12. The kid that missed the ball was probably 8 or 9. And without anybody telling him to, he turned around and he walked down and he handed that kid the ball. And then went back to the stands. And the announcer said, "I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I cannot believe what I'm seeing." And just were praising this kid, how well-mannered he was and what the sacrifice that he made. Ended up going to the guy during the game that tossed up the ball. It was Upton. Who does Upton play for, Gary? Whoever Upton plays for. Signed a bat for the kid. They brought the kid up to the booth. He did an inning with him. I mean, just by giving this kid that ball, he got just all kinds of stuff.
Good things happen to good
That's
people,
right.
man.
That's
And know, the best part was, I knew, and I know you guys are going to say I'm crazy, but I knew Bradley would do the same thing. There's a lot of things that Bradley will get on your nerves about.
But he would have done that.
But he would have done that exact same thing if he'd have turned around and saw that little boy crying.
Yeah, I want to think so too.
Little boy's crying.
I want to think so too.
Yeah.
T.J. Phillips would have done the same
There
thing
you go,
too.
ladies and
You know,
gentlemen.
he would have given him the ball.
That's right. I'd have bought that kid a Chicago dog, baby. We'd have had us a good day. By the way, today is the anniversary of two bizarre things. Police arrested Jeffrey Dahmer on this day 20
Oh man.
years ago today. Remember Jeffrey Dahmer?
do.
The guy who was eating the kids? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. He was later beaten to death by fellow prison inmates.
Right.
Good things happen to good people. And it was on this day in 1995 that Susan Smith was found guilty in Union, South Carolina, of first-degree murder in the drowning of her two sons.
Both of those on the same day.
Yeah, in 4 years apart.
Man.
By the way, she got life in prison. She is up for parole in 2024.
I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't think that'll
I don't
happen?
think she'll ever get out of jail.
Well, that's
She
fine.
shouldn't.
That's fine. You don't write her or anything?
I know.
You don't like
y'all
pen
are pen
pals?
pals?
No.
No.
I heard she likes artichokes.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Cook's a mean artichoke. That's what I heard.